Dr. Hawkins.
Good morning, DSU. I hope everybody had a restful weekend because today starts the first of our journey into our new semester, our 23-24 semester. I am Irene Hawkins. I am the Chief Administrative Officer for Delaware State University for those parents and students who don't know me. And today we bring you again some information regarding your journey here at Delaware State University. First, let me say again, welcome for those of you who were not on our previous forums with regards to this journey. We welcome you. If this is your first time at Delaware State, we welcome you. And for our transfer students, for our parents, you've made the right choice of bringing your child to Delaware State University. As Dr. Tony Allen, our president, always says, this is the most contemporary and diverse and contemporary, HBCU in the country. And we're proud of that. And we want to let you know that when you drop your child off here, you are putting them in our hands to help them to the next level of their life's journey. And that's a proud moment for us, knowing that you've entrusted us with that. Today we have a great panel of administrators that will again bring you information regarding your child's time here, from classes to housing to financial aid to meals to activities. But I want you to meet the individuals that you will be collaborating with, your child will be collaborating with, or at least the head of those areas, so that you know they're going into the right department when they need help. So I'm going to start off by saying this. They will introduce themselves, but I would like to introduce the individual who will facilitate this forum. And he is an individual that is an administrator in our enrollment management area, very dynamic young man. I call him Dr. Kareem McLemore. Okay, so Dr. Kareem, let's start rolling.
Thanks, Dr. Hawkins. Good morning to all our students and parents. We're so excited. We have quite a few administrators on the call ready to engage you. We're putting our best foot forward as we welcome you on campus starting this Wednesday with our fall onboarding. First of all, I want to say kudos to those students who received Fast Passes on August 18th, last Friday. That means you've taken care of everything necessary to receive that form to come on to campus, greet public safety, and go straight to your assigned dorm. Today, by the close of business, we will send out our second round of Fast Pass, but of course, we'll go through that during the forum today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Our topics of discussion today will be courses. I know students and parents have been asking questions as relates to courses, whether courses, do I have the opportunity to select additional courses online? Then we'll have the enrollment overview, public safety to engage you about the interest way and the flow to campus, student affairs, move-in reminders, welcome days, mandatory events for those new students and new transfer students, campus help. For those of you who are still trying to get all your help forms in, those of you who have submitted, what are you missing? All right, housing assignment, shuttle and food services, then pets on campus. And we'll wrap up with information technology. That's a very important piece. All right, so up next, we have welcome to Delaware State University's Roadmap to Academic Success. We have none other than the Associate Provost for Academic and Student Services, Dr. Patrice Watson. Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm so very excited to welcome you to Delaware State University. And parents, thank you for entrusting your children with us. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information or roadmap to success. at Delaware State University. And my title is Associate Provost for Academic and Student Services, if I did not say that. So my tips, Dr. Watson's tips for success include going to class. Classes start August the 28th at 8 o'clock a.m. And the first task that you have is to show up. Our no-show policy starts the first 2 weeks of the semester, meaning you need to show up at least once for the first 2 weeks of classes. If you do not show up to class, you will be purged from that class. I need you to show up more than just once, though. I need you to go every day throughout the semester. The no-show policy is not the official drop a class process. So please don't assume that if you don't go to class, you will just be dropped and you don't have to worry about it. You need to go through the official process of dropping a course if you decide you want to change your schedule. Please take note of your individual instructor's attendance policies that should be included in your course syllabus. If you haven't had a chance to log into Blackboard to review your course syllabus, please do so you can go to class on August 28th well prepared and knowing what the expectations are for that course. Our 15 Strong to Degree Completion campaign is simply that. If you carry 15 credit hours per semester, you are well positioned to graduate in 4 years. It won't always be 15 credits. It may be 16, 17, or 18, but if you have at least 15 credits per semester, you're on track to graduating in 4 years. Keep in mind that once you complete your first year or your freshman year, you need 30 credit hours to be considered a sophomore or a second year student. The implication with that is simple. If you decide that you want to run for office your sophomore year, such as sophomore student president or Mr. or Ms. Sophomore, you need at least 30 credits in order to do so, to be categorized as a sophomore. I also suggest that you get to know the university, build a network of peers and faculty, and get engaged in meaningful activities. The university offers a number of activities for students to get involved in. There are clubs and organizations within your major, within your department. So take advantage of those activities. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals and know why you're here at Delaware State University, which is to get your degree and to grow as an individual. And finally, use your resources. The Office of Student Success is going to be your #1 resource for academic support here on campus. Next slide, please. And in the Office of Student Success, which is located in the William C. Jason Library, 2nd floor, you will find academic advisement, academic recovery and retention, library services, integrated academic support services, which is tutorial services. You will also find athletic support services and the Office of Undergraduate Research, Experiential Learning, and Honors. Next slide. Under the Office of Academic Advisement, you are privileged or you have access to a number of opportunities or support services. I have 3 that are highlighted. These are the most critical for you today: registration, add drop, and pass-fail. When it's time for you to register for your spring classes after you successfully complete your first semester, you will meet with your academic advisor. And by now, everyone should know who your advisor is. The registration process begins October the 25th and runs until November the 22nd. This is when you actually meet with your advisor to make your spring and summer schedule, spring 24, summer 24 course schedule. So please be mindful of those dates. Print out a copy of the university academic calendar. So that will be your guide as to what dates are coming up, when you need, when's the last date you can drop a class if you find yourself in a situation that you need to drop a class. Again, if you want to drop a class, you need to go through the official add drop process, and that starts with your academic advisor. Next slide, please. So all on-campus students are required to maintain full-time status, meaning 12 to 18 credit hours, in order to remain eligible to stay on campus housing. If you drop below full-time status during the semester, you will receive a notification to your Delaware State University email regarding the violation and notice to vacate the premises. Next slide, please. So if you haven't met with your advisor, which I'm pretty sure everyone has during orientation, we have four groups of advisors, and they're based upon the college that your major is housed in. If you're in the College of Agriculture, Science, and Technology, the team lead is Dr. Marcel Poe, and based on your last name, that will determine who your advisor is. I suggest you take a screenshot of this screen if you don't know, or you can also visit the Delaware State University website under Student Success to get this information. Next slide, please. The College of Business, the team lead is Ms. Tamika Fiera Frisbee. And again, based on your last name, this will tell you who your academic advisor is for this next year. Next slide, please. And for the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences, the team lead is Dr. Carol Capota Middleton. And let me say this, if you ever have a problem reaching your academic advisor, you can contact the team leader. And for chess, that's Dr. Middleton. If you can't get in touch with Dr. Middleton, you can also email studentsuccess@desu.edu, and someone will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Next slide, please. And of course, the Wesley College of Health and Behavioral Sciences, where the team lead is Ms. Michelle Rush, and the advisement team includes Veronica McCoy and Taylor McIntosh. I would like to say that we have a very committed group of advisors. If you reach out to your advisor and they don't email you back right away, give us 24 to 48 hours to work through all of the messages and emails that we receive. Our advisors are committed to servicing you and providing you with your any questions or problems that you're having. I would also like to point out that academic advisors are different from financial aid advisors. They're totally two different departments. If you have an issue with one of the other service areas on campus, you need to contact them directly. The academic advisors can help direct you and guide you through some of these trouble points if you find yourself in need of help. Next slide, please. Transfer advisors. For our transfer students, you have your very own advisor, Dr. Danielle Archibald. And she is waiting to hear from you if you have not met with her yet. And Dr. Archibald also serves as the advisor for the DSU Legacy students. Next slide, please. Our academic advisors, we have our team lead, Mr. Kyle Graves, and we also have Kendall Harris and Timothy Zenzel. If you are an athlete on campus, you will also have an athletic advisor in addition to your academic advisor. And the athletic program is in place to provide you additional academic support with mandatory tutorial services and any additional support that you may need as an athlete. Next slide, please. And I just went over that. Next slide, please. Integrative Academic Support Services. This is where you could find tutorial support, supplemental instruction. We have the Quantitative Reasoning Center for the additional help in math, and the Writing Studio. Our team leader is Ms. Anna Cortez, and her assistant is Justin Blank. Justin works on the Wesley downtown campus to make sure you receive the same services if you're located on the downtown campus. Next slide, please. And of course, our library, which is central to the university. It is a library that all the cool kids hang out. The Office of Student Success is located on the second floor of the library, but when you come into the library, you have access to a plethora of information to help you in your courses, to help you with challenges that you may be experiencing, technical support, interlibrary loans if you need to borrow a book or an article that we don't have on our campus. We can order it and bring it here from another campus. Please become familiar with the library. If you haven't done so, stop by, register your account to give you access to all of the resources in the library. I promise you, you will enjoy your time in the library. Next slide, please. With that, I say thank you For any additional questions, please contact Student Success at desu.edu, or you may call 302-857-7527. Again, I'm Dr. Watson. It's been a pleasure spending time with you this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Watson, for that amazing overview of academics. All right, up next, the enrollment overview. Let's go over some things that highlighted. For those of you who are on the call, you listened to us, you read the emails, and you responded. So again, the enrollment checklist, for those of you who have yet to receive a FastPass, again, we have some more going out by the close of business today, which allows you, the moment you come on campus, you engage with public safety. Your FastPass allows you to move directly to your dorm, assigned dorm, or for those of you who do not complete all necessary requirements for the FastPass, you will be required to report to the designated area. Okay, so again, checklist: complete a 23-24 FAFSA review student portal for outstanding documents that need to be submitted. Submit your final official high school transcript, new students only. Submit the completed health forms, new student and continuing students that have not submitted, but I think mainly for new students. Satisfy financial obligations, enroll in a payment plan if necessary. And speaking of that process, let's go to the next one. This is the important financial aid tips prior to the payment plan. If you are a first-time federal student loan borrower at Delaware State University, please ensure you complete your interest loan counseling and master promissory note. All right, and the link is right here, studentaid.gov. All right. Offer status: to accept or decline your student loans, log into your Banner self-service via My DESU and complete the process under the financial aid tab. Again, we always encourage you to monitor your email and Banner self-service for communication from the financial aid office on a regular basis. For first-time freshmen, transfer students, the moment you were accepted and you accepted the offer, your student desu.edu email became your official form of communication. All right, so as it relates to the next step for the FastPass opportunity, I'm going to pass this over to none other than Miss Lindsay Sands. She's the Associate Director in Student Accounts, and she'll walk you through the process on how to establish a payment plan. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Dr. Mack. Good morning, family. Good morning, students. Welcome. So you filled out all of your information for your financial aid. Everything is complete, and you have a balance due. We have a couple options. One is that you can log into your Banner self-service to make a payment. And what you'll need to do for that is, next slide, please. So log into mydesu.edu, and you want to click on your Banner self-service link. You want to log in with your D number and PIN. Click on Student Services, and then you can either here make a payment, or you can click on the Nelnet payment portal to set up your payment plan. Next slide, please. So how to submit a payment. You want to view your account details, and from here it will give you an option to make a payment. Click on make a payment, submit your payment for the term needed, and you're all finished. If you'd like to set up a payment plan, next slide, please. We offer a payment plan monthly. It's a $35 enrollment fee, interest-free. Right now we are open for 3 remaining installments, and you want to click on your Banner self-service again. So you're very familiar with your Banner self-service at this time. Log in with your D number and PIN, Student Services, and then click on Nelnet Payment Portal. From here, you can set up your payment plan for the remaining 3 months that we have available, September, October, and November. And this way you are now cleared for your FastPass. Here's some more details on the targeted dates. We have, like I said, 3 months available. September 13th would be the last day to enroll, and the conclusion of the 3-month plan would be November. Again, it's a $35 enrollment fee, no interest, and you're set to go.
All right, and for the next slide, which was a hot topic, I know you wanted to address the student health insurance.
Yes. So here at Delaware State University, we require all full-time undergrad students registered, again, full-time, to have health insurance. If you are covered by adequate health insurance through your parents or an outside entity, you will have the option to waive the health insurance. The waiver date deadline is September 13th for the fall enrollment period. If you would like to carry our health insurance, we suggest and encourage you to go ahead and enroll in the plan. And that way you can have access to your card immediately should you need it. We are sending out weekly emails as well. So if you have not completed the waiver and you still wish to do so, again, you have until September 13th to complete the waiver, and the emails will cease. So we thank you and welcome you to Delaware State. And I will put the insurance waiver link in the chat for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sands. All right, as we continue to provide you the information necessary to receive the Express Fast Pass, we've been sending out email correspondence. We've been having forums. We just want to make sure you've taken care of everything so you can successfully, again, come on campus, engage with public safety. They direct you to your assigned dorm and move straight on in. If not, you'll be required to come to the designated area to complete either one or all three steps necessary that you're missing. All right. Quick overview again, residential students who successfully complete all required enrollment steps will be emailed a Hornet Express Fast Pass. Remember, your desu.edu email. First set was sent on August 18th, last Friday. Kudos to those who received it today. Again, the second disbursement will go out for the close of business today. Now, enrollment steps again, freshmen submit final official transcripts. Submit completed health forms, satisfy financial obligation. Returning students, be in good academic standings. All right, make sure you haven't received any SAP letters, satisfactory academic progress, and you need to have a discussion with your academic advisor and or financial aid counselor prior to moving on, okay? All right, and specific and personalized details have been sent via email on how to obtain a Fast Pass. So go back through, even in the e-news as well, okay? All right, thanks on that information. So any questions, please remember to drop those in the chat. We look forward to hearing from you. So up next, again, as the people that I say you will engage with, for those of you who are either have a Fast Pass or you're coming on campus to move in on your designated date, we have none other than Public Safety. Chief Overton is in the building with Lieutenant Elliott. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today?
Great, great. The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So my name is James Overton. I'm the Chief of Police here at Delaware State University. I've been here almost a month now, but I do have experience here. I was here some years ago for about 11 years in the same position. So I do have some experience, and I can sort of go over with you some of the things about our police department, some basic information that we're on campus, but we do have officers that respond to our other locations. We're available 24/7. You can call our number and you'll get that information later on if you have any issues, questions, or problems. So I'd like to move to the next slide, and I'd like to turn it over to Lieutenant Elliott.
Morning, everyone. Welcome to the forum. My name is Greg Elliott. I'm the Operations Lieutenant for Delaware State University Police Department. So welcome to the forum today. Just want to give you an overview. We're going to talk a little bit about move-in days, how to report incidents, student, staff, and faculty IDs, parking, and different ways to stay safe on the campus. Next slide, please. So as you know, move-in is right around the corner, August 23rd, 24th. For our freshmen, and then our upperclassmen, 25th and 26th. So just a reminder that as we go into move-in, things to expect, all traffic will be entering in through gate 2, which is on College Road. So we'll talk a little bit about that in detail a little bit later. But be mindful with the process. Be patient. There's a lot of moving parts to move in. And we're all going to be working together to make sure that it is as smooth as possible. And just a friendly reminder that our Chief Overton, he will be speaking on the Welcome Day Forum on the 25th. So please make sure you make it out to that event. Next slide, please. All right, a little bit about the traffic pattern. So as you're making your way to the university, just know that the main entrance gate will be closed. So there's going to be signage basically directing you to College Road. So please just abide by the signage. Once you get on College Road, you'll see the first gate is gate 1, the second gate is gate 2. There will be signage there to direct you there. And then make sure you have all your pertinent information. Have your fast pass out. There will be an officer at gate 2. Show them your information, and then once you do that, then they will wave you through to the next location. If you do not have the information that you need, just let the officer know, and he will better advise you on where to go next. Next slide, please. So once you're clear for move-in, or once you show the officer everything needed, they will direct you to the resident hall parking area where you should be able to park to unload. Now, there is a chance you may not be able to. If it's crowded in that area, you may be relocated to a staging area. So as soon as that area clears, they will direct you to the residential hall parking. Once you get there, remember 15 minutes to unload your vehicle. Driver, please stay with the vehicle during the unloading process, okay? So you're gonna need to bring someone else to help you with unloading and things like that. We'll also have staff or athletes that will be assisting during that time. So 15 minutes, unload your vehicle. Then driver, please, you're gonna be directed to park your vehicle in the staging area. And then, and that'll be by the officer. And then you can take your time with moving in, okay? Now, one thing we do want to remember, boarding freshmen, you are not permitted to have your vehicles on campus, so please make sure you bring someone to take your car back home, okay? And for people who need a parking decal, it's mandatory for everyone to have a decal on the campus. We need to make account. We need to have an account of who is on our campus. So please visit the desu.thepermanentstore.com and purchase your decal. Next slide, please. All right, at this time, I'm going to turn it back over to Chief Overton, who's going to talk about IDs.
Yes, by now you should have received information on how to get your ID card. For right now, the ID office is virtual, which means you should have gotten some correspondence via email to tell you how to upload your photo, verify who you are, so that we would have your ID. Now, if you've done all that and you're cleared to move into a residence hall, your ID will be at the residence hall that you're assigned to. So it will be done there. If you have not, then once you come to campus and you're directed to get yourself cleared, the Martin Luther King building will have your ID if you have uploaded your information, but if you haven't, we will take your information there, put you on the list, and then get your ID printed as soon as possible. It is important that you have this and you keep it on your person while you're on campus. Any member of my department or any staff member can ask you to present your ID at any time. So please make sure you have it. And if you lose it, please come to public safety and we can go with you how to get another ID. Next slide.
All right, thanks, Chief. So next, we have different ways to contact the DSU Police Department. As you can see, our number is 302-857-7911. We respond to emergencies and non-emergencies. So please give us a call. We're located in between, on the main campus, in between the Science Center and the Price Building. Stop by, talk to an officer. We also have a tip line. We have a silent witness form. And also, this information is on our landing page. So just type in the search box, DSU Police. Well, once you go to desu.edu, type in the search box, DSU Police. That'll take you to our page, and then you'll see all the options here before you. We also have emergency blue light stations on the campus for emergencies. Feel free to use that to contact us. And download our Campus Shield application. It's a great tool, a great resource for all. And also, lastly, the emergency alert system. We want to make sure that everyone is in the know. If there's an emergency alert that needs to go out, you need to make sure you sign up for that service. So please take the time, scan the barcode to your right, and make sure you sign up for that service. And I always end it with, if you see something, say something, get us involved. We're here to serve our community. Thank you.
Thanks, gentlemen. Again, students, parents, we are providing all the information necessary so you don't receive a bottleneck when coming through your onboarding. Chief and Lieutenant Elliott just identified all the necessary steps as relates to engaging with public safety on campus, how to stay safe. Most importantly, the ID upload. Make sure you follow those steps so your IDs will be ready for you upon your arrival at your assigned dorm. Okay. Again, if not, and you haven't done so, and you have to go through that process again, there may be a small possibility of a wait. That's why we're educating you on the steps you need to take ahead of time. All right. Just wanted to highlight that. Next slide, gentlemen. Up next, we have the Office of Residential Education. We have none other than the Senior Associate Vice President, Mr. Tony Tucker. We have the Assistant Vice President, Dr. Wonder Anderson, and the VP for Student Engagement, James Lunerman. Good morning, team.
Good morning. If Mr. Tucker's not going to speak at this time, I'll go first. Welcome to our Hornets, our new and returning Hornets, and welcome to our family. We are so excited to begin this year with you. I'm just going to go over a few reminders that are very important as you plan your move-in and your return to campus. First and foremost, you must have a fast pass or be cleared through finance and medical to move into the residence halls. There'll be no move-in after 6 p.m. We need you to have all of your things moved in to the residence hall. If you come to check in at 6 p.m. and there's no one in the check-in area to get a fast pass, unfortunately, we cannot make an exception. Second reminder, there is 24-hour staffing in each building. We have a 24-hour professional living staff. We have rotating night managers. We have students who are senior RAs and RAs. This is to say that at any hour of the day, there is a staff member that is accessible to the students living in the halls. There are no outside visitors to the residence halls the first 2 weeks of the semester. We need this time for those living in their rooms together to set boundaries and to establish communication with one another. And also we have what's called a roommate agreement. So that written roommate agreement will talk about visitation times. It'll talk about when someone has classes, how much they want to share their food, their laundry, detergent, those sorts of things. It is very clear and distinct boundaries so that we set this stage early on to make sure that the roommates, apartment mates, suite mates have a good communication process. So what do you bring and what do you not bring? You know what you're going to bring, but these are the things I want you to keep in mind as you prepare to come to campus. One is very obvious. There should be no weapons of any kind, not even pellet guns or water pellet guns. There should be no swords. There should be nothing of that nature. Pepper spray, mace, all of those sorts of things. Please understand that we need to keep a safe residence hall for everyone. Make sure you are not bringing any unauthorized pets into the residence halls. They must have clearance, which means you must have completed your form with our Office of Disability Services before you bring a pet into the building. This is a dry campus. A lot of people don't seem to accept or realize that, but I must remind you, this is a dry campus. So you should not be bringing, nor should you be consuming alcohol in the residence halls. No illegal drugs, marijuana, vape. Let me just also add hookah, cigarettes. Nothing that smokes or emits smoke is permitted in the residence halls. These are state buildings, And within those confines of being a state building, we have guidelines at the university, and there is no smoking permitted on state property. Personal business ventures, wonderful, wonderful opportunities you all have and have had in terms of being entrepreneurs. However, please understand that we are not licensed. We don't have the insurance so that students can sell things out of their rooms. There should be no hot plates, no air conditioner, no gas appliances, no dehumidifier, no heating pads, no electric blankets, candles of any kind, nor candle warmers, no sun lamps, no refrigerators for Jenkins and Evers Hall only. And that is because in Jenkins and Evers Hall, they're one of our older buildings, and so the wiring has not been set up for something as advanced as everyone having a refrigerator in their room. And that's all I have. So I'm looking forward. I'm so excited to the return of our Hornets. And when our Hornets returned, we will begin to really feel like a campus again because we've missed you.
Yes,
Thank you.
indeed. We have missed you. Thanks, Dr. Anderson. Up next, we have Mr. James Luderman, Assistant Vice President for Student Engagement. Mr.
Hello,
Luderman,
everybody.
there you go.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Pretty good. Welcome to Hornet Country. I'm here to talk to you about some of the mandatory events for Welcome Days starting on Wednesday, August 23rd. So Wednesday, August 23rd and Thursday, August 24th will be merit days. They will look almost exactly the same. And what those 2 days are move-in days. So the only two events that we have that are mandatory on that day will be at 7 o'clock, which is your Residence Life Hall mandatory meetings on those days. That's Wednesday and Thursday. So make sure that when you check in, make sure you find out when those mandatory meetings are, and make sure that you are on time for those two very important dates. Let's check out Friday. Friday, August the 25th. This will be your Hornet Street Fair. Although it starts at 10 a.m. in the morning and it's mostly tabling, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it will be your mandatory sessions. These sessions will be brought to you by Code Red, which is the police, our DSU Police, Title IX, and Conduct. Your second session will be Thrive in the Hive, which is your student success. What you need to know on those first days of school, how to read your schedule, how to be on time, what a classroom setting looks like. And session 3 will be Get Connected, will be information technology, your DSU hub, and ticketing. Make sure you're definitely there for that. That is mandatory. They have prizes. They have all sorts of games and things that you can play during that time to win those prizes and those great giveaways. And last but not least, you'll be leaving. Some of you will be separated. You'll be going into a different building. This is where we put you into your colleges, those majors that are going to be linked together, so that way we can learn how to get hired once we graduated from the university. This is very important that you make it to all 4 of these sessions. In order to get to those sessions, we will have Hornet ambassadors that will take you to both sections. Number 1, but number 2, you will receive your Hornet armband as well too. There's an armband that you're going to receive. No armband equals that you didn't come to the events. So we want to make sure that you come to the events. We want to make sure that we prepare you for everything possible for your journey here at Delaware State University. Once again, those are mandatory on Friday. In order to get that armband, you must go to those sessions starting at 2 p.m. on that day. On your Saturday is the big day. Saturday is the day that we all look forward to. Saturday at 10:30 in the morning, you'll have your class picture. This is where you'll meet all your colleagues, you'll meet your peers, and you'll take one big class picture together. At 11 o'clock, we'll start your Hornet induction ceremony. This is to become an official member of the Delaware State University family. We want to make sure we pin you. We want to make sure that you take our oath. We want to make sure that you become part of our family forever. And last but not least, directly after that, we will have the president's reception, which will be food and music. We want to enjoy our time here and welcome you to the university. Those who are commuters, and especially those that are and those who are living off campus, your commuter meeting will be at 3:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, which will be a small meeting as well too, and then we will introduce you and take you on tours of the campus. I do want to let everybody know that on Friday, the 25th, and Saturday, it is open to everyone. We want everyone, if you are a new incoming freshman, we want to make sure that you are there. It is mandatory that you attend these activities and events. Reminder, once again, if you do not go to the sessions, you will not be able to go to the activities at nighttime. You must receive that armband in order for that entry. Once again, we welcome you to Delaware State University. I look forward to seeing everybody, and you're going to have a great time here with our Welcome Days activities.
All right, thank you, Mr. Luneman. Again, students, you see how he highlighted all things are mandatory. We want to make sure you step outside that bubble and engage with your fellow peers. It's necessary. It's important. That's that first form of what we call the college life, communicating. All right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Luneman. All right, campus health services, health and drug-free campus. We have the clinical manager on call, Erin Forgan. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Mack, and thank you everyone for joining us today. My name is Erin Forgan, and I'm the clinical manager for the Campus Health Center. I wanted to give a quick reminder that all full-time incoming freshmen, transfer, international, and resident graduate students must have a completed health form on file with the Campus Health Center in order to be cleared to move into campus housing. We do need the original health form, but at this time, we do not recommend mailing it because you will probably get to campus before it gets delivered to us. We suggest that you drop it off prior to move-in or bring it with you on move-in day. But please be prepared to wait in line or make arrangements to stay off campus if your health form is not complete. We're asking that you review the health form, confirm that your healthcare provider has signed in all of the appropriate places, confirm that you have all of the required immunizations, paying close attention to letter D and letter E in section 4. These are two different meningitis vaccines, and they are both required for Delaware State University. If you get to campus and you're missing any of the health form requirements, we do have local walk-in clinics where you can get a physical and, if required, TB testing. These are Christiana Care, Go Health, and MedExpress. There are also local pharmacies who can administer the required vaccines. We work very closely with Camden Pharmacy, which is located on the southern end of Dover, and Sam's Club Pharmacy, which is located very close to main campus. And you do not need to have a Sam's Club membership in order to use their pharmacy. The health form is submitted only once, so if you have already submitted your health form in previous semesters, you do not need to submit another one. Delaware state law has passed, Delaware state law was passed to permit the personal possession and use of cannabis under certain circumstances for those over the age of 21. However, as required by federal law, university policy on cannabis will not change. The possession and use of cannabis remains prohibited on university premises and at university-sponsored activities. Under federal law, cannabis is considered a controlled substance and remains illegal. But if you have any questions or if you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to call the Campus Health Center at 302-857-6393. And representatives from Campus Health will be stationed in the MLK Student Center and at DSU downtown to review health forms and assist with clearance. Thank you for your time today, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, Erin. Again, questions, please contact Campus Health Services at campushealth@desu.edu. Again, thanks. All right, up next, we have housing assignment, shuttle, and food service. We have none other than our Chief Operating Officer and our AVP for Facilities Management, Mr. Cleon Colley and Bernard Pratt. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning. We're also Tamara Stoner, our AVP of Auxiliary Services, has graced us with her presence as well. So we're in great hands today. So we'll be talking housing assignment, shuttles, and food service. First, with regards to housing status, it says here that 3,134 students have been assigned. However, our folks that were working through the weekend, that number is now up to 3,208 students. So most residents are completely full. We want to add that we've, with regards to Warren Franklin, University Courtyard, University Village, and Tubman Laws, they're obviously full, but they have extensive waiting lists. Also added to the waiting list this weekend was Mumberg and Zimmerman for downtown DSU. So we know folks are asking to stay there. If you request, if you've been housed somewhere else and you're requesting, you will be put on a waiting list for those as well. We're no longer accepting applications. Sorry for folks who are still trying to get in, but we really want to accommodate those folks who have already applied and already paid their housing fees. So we can't at this time accept any more applications. And we're no longer, after today, accepting waiting list requests. So if you have a request, today is the last day to put your name on the waiting list request. But those, as I mentioned earlier, are getting so extensive that we can no longer accept any more waiting list requests. Prior to move-in, it's been said before by my colleagues, but we'd like to express it again. All financial obligations must be paid, or you have to be on a payment plan before you can move in. Your health forms must be submitted before you can move in. So if those things are not done, we cannot let you move into a residence hall. We just can't. Move-ins, you'll see your times in a later slide, but move-ins are from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. only. You can't move in earlier than 9 a.m. You can't move in later than 6 p.m. And you can't move in earlier than the date that you're designated to move in, or later than the date you're designated to move in. As you'll see when we get to the next slide, there are many folks that were moving in on each date, and moving in early or moving in late just causes too much traffic. So we need to stick to the days that you've been assigned to move in. So move-in day, what do? You report to the admin building to obtain the blue and white clearance form. If you're in traditional housing, you report to the assigned residence hall for your move-in. If you're in the University Village, you report to Building 3, Room 3112 for move-in. And if you're in the Courtyard, you report to the clubhouse. That's across from Building 6, and you'll be handled there. Now, some of the writing's a little small on this slide, but so I'll run through it for you. This is the move-in schedule. So you'll see freshmen are coming in on Wednesday, August 23rd, excuse me, and Thursday, August 24th. And your upperclassmen, you all are moving in Friday, August 25th and Saturday, August 26th. So freshmen start on Wednesday, August 23rd. You'll have Carpenter Hall, floors 1 and 3, Evers Hall, Gooding Hall, Mumberg Hall, Winder Towers, Tubman Laws, floors 1, 3, and 5, and then Warren Franklin Hall. The next day, on Thursday, August 24th, freshmen only will move into Carpenter Hall, floor number 2, Living Learning Commons, Gooding Hall, Jenkins Hall, Tubman Laws, floors 2 and 4, Williams Hall, and Zimmerman Hall. The next day, on Friday, August 25th, our upperclassmen will start moving in with Living and Learning Commons, University Courtyard, buildings 2, 3, and 6, Tubman Laws, floors 1, 3, and 5, University Village, building 1, Warren Franklin Hall, and then Zimmerman Hall. And then on Saturday, August 26th, University Courtyard, buildings 1, 4, 5, and 7 will move in, Gooding Hall, Williams Hall, Mumberg Hall, Winder Towers, Tubman Laws, floors 2 and 4, University Village, buildings 2 and 3. Shuttle services are available daily every hour. We start at 7:15 in the morning. We end at 8:30 p.m. Those routes include main campus. They include Living Learning Commons. If you're in the Courtyard, they include the Courtyard as well as downtown DSU. Now, before I pass it off to food service for Tamara Stone, I just want to check with Mr. Pratt and make sure that we didn't miss anything with regards to housing and shuttle service.
Nothing at all. Great job.
Thank you, sir. Tamara Stone.
Thank you, Cleon. So good morning, everyone. For food services, we are excited to offer a variety of dining options on the main campus as well as on the DSU downtown campus. As you know, this is Welcome Week. So on August the 21st, which is today, the Conrad building is open for food services. You can see the schedule there at 1891 Market. That does not reopen until August the 23rd, Wednesday through Friday, 8:30 through 5:30 p.m. The marketplace will not be reopened until also on August the 23rd. And you see the schedule there. Chick-fil-A will reopen on August the 25th. And we do have DSU Downtown Delaney Hall, which will reopen on August the 27th. And on Village and the Grill, those two will not reopen until August the 28th. Next slide. For our fall 2023 schedule, beginning on August the 28th, all of our dining services will be accessible to you all at 1891 Market. We do have a full schedule there for you. As you can see, I invite you to take a screenshot, as this is a lot of information to take in. Again, 1891 Market Street from Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 5:30 p.m., Friday 11 to 4. And we even have Crafted and Farmers Field Store, which will be open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Friday 11 to 4 p.m. The marketplace in our administration building is open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4 p.m., Friday 8:30 to 2 p.m. Conrad open Monday through Thursday. Again, this schedule is very lengthy, so I again invite you to take a screenshot of all of the different timeframes so you will not miss any of these opportunities. I'm going to quickly go to DSU Downtown, again, Delaney Hall. They will be offering breakfast. You see the schedule there highlighted for you as 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., lunch 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., dinner option 4:30 to 7 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, there are also hours 10:30 to 2 p.m. and 4:30 to 7 p.m. And again, with our Village and the Grill, you see they will be open as well beginning on August the 28th. I also want you to keep in mind that we do have the bookstore and copy and mail services on both campuses. So if you need any of those vendor services, please feel free to choose either campus. We do have shuttle services, again, available to you at the hours that were just designated. So again, welcome to Delaware State University, and to those that are coming back, welcome back. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, team. Thanks, Mr. Call and Mr. Pratt. Ms. Stoner, appreciate you
Our
all.
pleasure.
Again, for any questions, we look forward to hearing from you. Please make sure you drop them in the chat and we'll make sure we respond, okay? All right, up next, we cannot stress as we're going in sync. All right, residential education, housing, now pets on campus, coming to bring you greetings and some great information is none other than our general counsel, Miss Kenesha Ringo. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. McLemore. Hello, everyone. My name is Kenesha Ringgold, and I'm Deputy General Counsel for the university. And today I'm just going to give you some information on how the university addresses having animals on our campus. The university is committed to maintaining a welcoming campus, and to that end, we promote equal education to individuals with disabilities as defined by our university policy. So that means that the university does facilitate the accommodation of having service and/or emotional support animals. So the first category of animals we're going to discuss are service animals. If you are a person with a disability, we urge you to contact our Center for Disability Resources to have that animal registered on campus. So you can bring that service animal on campus, and because it is accommodated for, it is available to be on all of the public areas on the campus. The service animal must always assist the handler. It should never be on campus unaccompanied, and it should be associated with the tasks that are related to that disability. There's no need to provide specific documentation, but the university officials can inquire about the service animal's role if it's not readily apparent at the time. If any individual misrepresents the status of an animal as a service animal, but it is not, this could lead to disciplinary action. So please work with our university officials if we're inquiring about an animal on campus, and feel free to use the resources available through our Center for Disability Resources. There are other animals that can be accommodated as well, and those are usually fall under the category of assistant animals. So emotional support animals or therapy animals are not allowed on the campus at large, except in pet-friendly friendly areas that are identified. And if you need an accommodation for an emotional support animal, you also have to have that animal registered with our Center for Disability Resources. Next slide, please. So here are our expectations for whether it's a service animal for a person with a disability or an assistance animal. So animals can be excluded if they pose a safety concern, if they're not housebroken or can't be controlled by the handler. The university does require for all animals on campus to fall in line with our policy so that we can maintain a safe campus for all individuals. Animals should always be harnessed. They should be leashed or tethered unless it interferes with their tasks related to that disability. Animals in residence halls must be contained within the room and supervised by the handler. And handlers are responsible for the care, including cleaning after the animals. Any cleaning costs or damages caused by the animal are going to be that handler's responsibility. So the university welcomes all emotional support animals that are registered by our Center for Disability Resources, but we need everyone to cooperate to make sure that we do have a safe campus community with regard to all animals on campus. So thank you for listening, and I will turn it over to Mr. McLemore.
Ms. Ringo, thanks a lot. Appreciate that information. And now up next, we have information technology, very important topic as relates not only to onboarding, but for you being successful through the academic year. We have none other than the CIO, Chief Information Officer, Mr. Darren McMillan. Let me see what time it is. 12 o'clock. Good afternoon. I've said good morning to everybody, but good afternoon to you. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. McLemore. Glad to be here. We love talking about information technology. It is something that is absolutely needed in everything that we do. Is there a next slide? So the only thing that I will say here is that my name is Daryl McMillan, Vice President of Information Technology and CIO here at the university. There were a couple of areas that we wanted to address, and we wanted to make sure that students were aware. What I'm looking for primarily is our Apple initiative. Yeah, that slide is fine. The Apple initiative is where we're going, where as you come in as a freshman student, you are going to receive an Apple device. We are going to either give you a MacBook or an iPad, depending on your major. So what's going to be important is to understand the distribution schedule. That is going to be Wednesday, August 30th to Friday, September 1st. And then after the Labor Day holiday, you're going to come back on Tuesday the 5th through Thursday the 7th. So those are the days for distribution. This will be done in the Bank of America building, actually what's going to be considered the garage. So you'll have information, there'll be directions, all types of signs out to help you get to that area. And one thing that's really important is to know that the times of the sessions will be, for each day, it'll be from 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4 p.m. So on the hour, every hour we'll have a 45-minute to an hour session starting at each of those times for those days. Once again, Wednesday, August 30th to Friday, September 1st, and then Tuesday, September 5th through Thursday, the 7th. And those times of sessions will be on the hour, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4 p.m. Come out and get your device during that time. Next slide. So there are a couple of things. We want to make sure that you know that when you come on to campus, in your residence halls, you'll be using your wireless. And wireless in the residence hall will be DSU student, will be what you will look for internet access once you come in. So you'll be utilizing DSU student in your residence halls. And if you wanted to plug directly, take your device, let's say you're bringing your laptop, or you have a gaming system and you want to plug it directly in, you can always get a internet cable that will allow you to connect directly to wire your connection. So those two things are available. When you're in class, you'll be using DSU Wireless. So in class, so once you go to classroom, your DSU student will not be what you would use. If you're in class and you want to go out and utilize wireless, you'll be looking at DSU Wireless. One thing that's important is, as you're dealing with issues and concerns, we want to make sure that we're able to help you if there are any problems that come up. So I want to make sure that when you're looking or reporting a problem to information technology, I want you to be very specific on what's happening, what the issue is, and tell us what steps you went through to try to fix the problem. We want to make sure that we get as much information as we can from you so that we can help you. We want to make sure that when you contact us, that you give us a contact number that's easy for us to get back in touch with you so that we can resolve your problem as quickly as possible. You can reach us through dialing 302-857-7028. or just extension 7028, or by sending an email to us at support@desu.edu. So those are the areas that we want to make sure that if there is an issue or a concern, we want to be able to help you as quickly as possible. And one area that I want to bring your attention to is that there's so much that we do in information technology. It's a great field to be in. So we're always looking for student workers to come in and be involved in IT. So we'll give you an opportunity to learn about this environment. So if you're ever interested in coming into this area, we want you to be in touch with us and let us know that you have that as an issue, as an interest, because that may be an area where we can have you come in to do work with us.
Yeah, Mr. McMillan, appreciate you much. Great information, students. I hope you've taken all that information in. Again, if we possibly can get the email in the chat and the contact information as well, would definitely be helpful.
Will do.
Thank you much. All right, and now you will hear remarks from Dr. Terrell Holmes, DSU Downtown. We've spoken about not only, we had a forum last week talking about DSU Downtown, all the amazing things that campus has to offer, as well as the dining facilities and the scheduling, but you're going to hear from the AVP himself. Dr. Terrell Holmes, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well, sir. How are you?
Amazing, amazing. The floor is yours.
All right, thank you. All right, we're almost here. Welcome, DSU Hornets. Special welcome to those that are joining us at the DSU Downtown campus. Just want to remind you of a couple things as we're as you're moving in, as you're preparing yourselves at home to be on the DSU Downtown campus. We're working with our enrollment, housing, public safety, and health services folks to make sure that you have check-in on the DSU Downtown campus. So if you're living on the DSU Downtown campus, you will have access to the check-in process here on location at the DSU Downtown campus. But we need you to, and it's been emphasized over and over again, please, we want everyone to qualify for that fast pass so that your check-in process can be as fast as possible. You can get your ID, and you can keep moving to your residence halls, move in, and you can let mom and dad go ahead and go. We also want to remind you that the cafeteria here on the DSU Downtown campus, Delaney Hall, will not be open until Sunday, August the 27th. So many of you that are moving in on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the cafeteria that is here on the DSU Downtown campus will not be open. You'll only have access to the cafeteria on the main campus, but it's just a shuttle ride away. Again, 7 to 10 minutes with the lights and with traffic. Not that long of a ride at all. For your convenience, we will have food trucks here on the DSU Downtown campus starting on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. That's just as you're going through the working through the enrollment process, as you're moving in, if you have family with you, we want to make sure that you have access to something to eat. Again, that would be for a fee, but we do have you will have access to that on the DSU downtown campus from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And lastly, our DSU downtown bookstore will also be available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. starting on this Wednesday as well. So on Wednesday, DSU downtown will be open, wide open, ready to go, in living color, ready to receive you. Again, thank you. Looking forward to meeting you as you check into our DSU downtown campus.
Thanks, Dr. Holmes. Appreciate you. And I think we have some more remarks coming up next from the Senior Associate Vice President of Student Affairs, Mr. Tony Tucker. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dr. Kareem. And first, I want to start out by saying thank you for a great job again hosting our event for the day. And thank you for my fellow colleagues who are here on the panel. Everybody's done a great job so far. To the parents and students and colleagues and all of the DSU family out there, I want to say greetings, and I say thank you for taking time out of your Monday to be a part of this forum. And most of all, on top of that, I want to say thank you for choosing to be a part of the DSU family and Hornet Nation. As I prepare for my first year here at DSU, I have some good news, and I also have a bit of bad news, as the old saying goes. I guess the good news is that, well, this is my first year as the head of student affairs. And also the bad news might be, well, this is my first year as the head of student affairs. And I jokingly say that bit of bad news only because as you look forward to coming back and as you arrive back on campus, there will be a need for, on a couple of occasions, for you to have a little patience and to bear with us, as some of the programming that we're putting into place is going to be new. So you have to give us a little time for that to come into effect. But I promise that won't be long. And we have some great things waiting for you when you arrive back here. But some of it may take time to come into effect once you get back here. Just personally about me a little bit, in my 30 years of leadership and education, I clearly have two favorite times of the year, and that is opening check-in when our students return to campus, which we're coming upon right now. And then also there's graduation when our seniors leave us to go make a difference in the world outside of our campus gates. So with that said, as we gear up and we get ready for one of my favorite times of the year, which is the return to campus, I want you to be assured that I'm more than excited, and that there are a few words that can express as me and my team look forward to having you back on campus here. As for the DSU Student Affairs team, as I said, we're geared up and ready for you guys to return to campus. And that's going to start with welcome days, as we just heard a little bit about earlier. And then also too, we have the I Love DSU week, which is going to quickly follow that in the first week of classes, starting on the 28th. Just as a little bit of overview, my student affairs team consists of well over 200 full-time, part-time, and student staff members who are all committed to maximizing your student experience over the next 9 months here at DSU. Please know that we are and will always stay focused on two basic priorities. And priority one being the safety and well-being of all of our students here at DSU. And priority number two is the happiness, joy, and even the satisfaction of our students during their college experience. All in all, as a student affairs team prepares for your return in a few days, I promise that we are committed to helping you make this the most memorable DSU school year ever. And just as a note, my office is located on the 3rd floor in the Student Affairs Suite of the MLK Student Center. And I invite you, I have an open door policy, and I invite you to stop by and say hello. And I'm really, really looking forward to the start of this year and to meeting all of you once you get back here to campus. So thanks again. And now I believe I'm handing it back to my dear friend and colleague, Dr. McLemore.
All right, thanks a lot, Mr. Tucker. Kyle, for the sake of time, I know we can respond to possibly 5 questions. I think you're going through the slide presentation, Kyle. All right. Ms. Spalding, we can do 5 questions for the sake of time real quick.
Okay. I am reviewing, this is Daryl McMillan.
Okay.
So I am reviewing questions. First question that we'll have is how can you confirm a housing assignment? My son is a sophomore and received his official housing assignment letter, but the housing charge has been removed from his bill.
Mr. McMillan, I'll take that one. There was similar questions in there. I think I got to all the similar ones as well and emailed them back privately. Essentially, what they want to do is they want to send an email to housing, HOUSING, at desu.edu. And I also advised each of the people that I responded to copy me on that email. So Cleon Cawley, and my email is ccauley@desu.edu. So that's send the email to housing, HOUSING, at desu.edu and copy C Cawley, CCAULEY, at desu.edu. And I also ask that when they send those emails, if at all possible, send it from your DESU email account, but also make sure you give your full name and your D number. If you give that information, it's much easier for us to access the information you're looking for and respond to you faster.
Thank you, Mr. Cawley. Next question, and I'm going to direct this to public safety. I just think this is just for clarification. Do downtown students also go through the main campus? So if you can just kind of specify how the downtown campus works.
Yes, they go to downtown if you have your Fast Pass. If you do not have your Fast Pass, then you need to come to campus. And one of the other things, while I have this question, if you just need your ID card, if your ID card will be downtown, if you it'll be downtown if you're all clear, but if you're not, you need to come to campus. Commuters also, if you're a commuter and you have a Fast Pass, you can go wherever your Fast Pass has you go to pick up your ID. If you're not cleared, then you need to go to MLK to get it picked up. After the move-in days, if you're a commuter, you need to come to public safety to pick up your ID on the main campus.
Are you locked into payment plan arrangements with Del State if you make payments in a different way, different fashion? So I guess the question is the payment plan arrangements, how does that process work? And are you locked in once you do it?
So for the payment plans, hi, this is Lindsay and I'll take that one. For the payment plans, you are not locked in per se. So there are a couple things that can happen. If you are awaiting your financial aid to be processed and you enter into a payment plan, once your financial aid is processed and everything goes through, the payment plan will then terminate itself. If you sign up for a payment plan with us and it's not something that is feasible for you, then you can call our office directly and we will be happy to walk you through some alternative options for payment plans for you.
Thank you. And the last question that I will bring up, Mr. McLemore, will be, can someone tell us when athletic and merit scholarships are applied to our son's account?
All right, so that is a financial aid question. If your son and or daughter has done all the necessary requirements and that sport has provided the information to the Office of Financial Aid, they will notate that account. So they've been doing that prior to the onboarding of athletes and during the process of onboarding athletes. So again, I would encourage the parent who's on here to make sure you have your student log into his or her Banner self-service, click on the financial aid tab to see the award status. and there may be some outstanding items as the reason why the scholarship has yet to post. Again, banner self-service. Once you click on the self-service, click on the financial aid tab, and it's going to provide all the information necessary. Thanks for that last question, Mr. McMillan, but I just want to answer one final question that I saw in the chat. For the parent and our parents who asked, the form is called FERPA, FERPA, for those parents who want to have access to their students' accounting information, but it takes you and your student to sign off on the form, okay? Very important. The form is called FERPA, all right? So again, I'd like to say thank you all, but I am going to bring back on our CAO, none other than Dr. Irene Hawkins, to bring out the closing. Dr. Hawkins.
Thank you, Dr. McLemore. And I want to thank all of the panelists who have been with us today. Thank you again. Every time we've had a forum, I learned something new. I thank you all for giving the information to our students, to our parents, and to staff that have been on the forum with us. So I say this in closing to all of you. While this is our final forum in this series, this is not the last time you will see us. We have forums throughout the years, throughout the academic year, for our students, for our parents, to bring them information that is necessary to have this journey run smoothly. There will be, for those of you who put questions in the chat, we will do what we have done for the last sessions. We will have a FAQ. You can go to our website. You could go to our hub. You could go to YouTube if you want to review this and all of the series that we have done, your forums that we have done thus far. You can review them on YouTube. But I want to say to you all, on behalf of our president, Dr. Tony Allen, welcome to Delaware State. We look forward to nurturing, teaching your student, your child. For our students, you have a bright future ahead of you, and we just want you to know we will do what we need to make this journey successful. And how do we do that? That day that you turn that tassel on your cap over to one side to know that you have graduated. On that, we look forward to seeing you this week and throughout the semester. Thank you again. Have a great week. Take care.